Okay, so you guys need to do the conclusion and we need to do the source references and then we're done.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay, so you can start if you like.
So how are we going to go about doing the conclusion?
So the conclusion about the HIV in the family society and the differences. Jessica and I talked about that other time. So if you please do your conclusion and then we do the source references.
Okay. Then can I just go on?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, please, Mr. Pambi, Mr. Kodimbi.
Thank you. Here are going to be my concluding remarks. According to the, are you all guys listening?
Yes. It's the
Yes,
job.
Sorry.
I was still saying that according to the existing literature, it is quite clear that people living with HIV and AIDS are still not well received by the entire population. And this varies from one community to the next. They continue to experience various stigma and discrimination in some communities. HIV is still seen as a threat to life, irrespective of acute relief brought by an introduction of art programs. There is still some severe form of HIV complication. Some families are still find it very difficult to accept HIV, and it ends up destabilizing the whole family in a form of family crisis, like for instance. So then what is it that I can actually recommend? Here, they are the following. Number one, more community-based support still needed. There is still a need for a community-based program and a household-based program to be reshaped and reconfigured such that they achieve its objectives. Community stakeholders, including churches, schools, clinics, and social media platforms, must be fully utilized and empowered enough in order to address the issues of stigma and discrimination and gain a much anticipated support to the needy. So that's how I just wanted to actually conclude our project.
Okay, thank you, Mr. S. Do you have another conclusion or do you did it together?
Hello.
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 What's wrong with my phone now?
Hello, ST?
ST.
Yeah, bro.
Yavakala ST.
Mr. Pabila.
Yes, Fagu.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Daji.
Welcome, sir.
So, Mr. we just did the conclusion. So can we go on to the source references?
Go on to. Can you repeat yourself, Mira?
And so Mr. Godlimpi did the conclusion. Can we go on to the source references?
To
the source references. Mr. Godlimpi did the conclusion.
Oh.
Is that okay for everyone?
Okay for me.
Yes.
What's the point, Mira?
Uthi masithuni references.
So, Mr. Godlimpi, can we go on?
Is there anything that Mr. Pampila you wanted to say before we go to references?
No, we don't want
Guys,
No.
can I put all of you into perspective. We are now on conclusion. Then from conclusion, we'll be going to references. I already given my conclusion remarks. Then I actually expecting that each and every one of you is going to share some concluding remarks before we actually go on to references. Isn't that possible?
All right. No, thank you. Since I came late, then I thought you've touched.
So, Mr. Pampila, would you like to share something with us?
Yes, to touch on that conclusion.
Yes, please, go ahead, sir.
The healthcare system of South Africa in particular. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, I do hear you, Mr. Pampila.
Mr. Pampila. Mr. Pampila. Where's Mr. Pampila now?
I think the connection is bad.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yes.
Is it possible that we actually make this meeting as easier and as obvious as possible? My view to this is that we are on conclusion. Then from here, we're going to references. Then I was actually thinking that each and every one of you is going to share some conclusion remarks before we actually go to the references. Isn't that possible?
Yeah, yes, can I did the previous time we did our conclusion. So
Yes.
you guys for today for the conclusion.
It's okay, Murad. Esti, is there something you want to share with us?
No, Mr. Goldlimb, you said it all, bruh. I'll be
Thank you very much. Go to references then.
Yeah, sure. Look at the references. So the research skill references is the same. So who wants to start?
Esti, can you read us?
on referencing.
Yes.
Oh, okay. For this project, we used the articles and journals, and also the National Department of Health policies. Yeah, so we got the information there. Yeah, but we'll send the references to you. I'll compile it tonight and then I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
The whole project.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So can I ask something, Esti?
Yes, bro.
Have you actually considered the maturation of the app that you actually downloaded in terms of age? Because remember, we cannot actually use the information that is later than 5 years. Have you actually looked into that issue?
Yes, bro. From 2016 to 2019.
Thank you so much.
And I've also used the thesis.
Thank you so much, sir. Murad,
Yeah. So
can you take us through your references?
yeah, sure. I searched in the databases of Windesheim, and there are different websites you can search for information. So my terms I searched for was HIV and family and the stigma around HIV.
Okay. So how about the information?
I
Was
think,
cut off leadership.
Mr. Papila, please listen to us now. We're speaking. Go ahead, Murad, please.
so it was from I think I don't know the year, but it was from die is onderzoeker in het Engels.
Onderzoeker.
Nee.
God.
I don't know the word in English. The guy who wrote it.
Researcher.
Een arts, hoe zeg ik
Jinka.
Yeah, it's what the research.
Kijk.
I moet een arts of zo hebben.
Jinka.
Yes.
Ja, dank je.
Guys, look,
Investigative doctor.
look, let's welcome Mr. Pampila back into our meeting and hope that he's going to have something to say, and let's ask him to speak. Mr. Pampila, please.
Yes, thank you, Dashib. I was touching on the conclusion.
Yes.
Ne? Touching on the conclusion, I was making my point in terms of the expenses in terms of healthcare system in private sector.
Yes.
Yes, saying in private sector, in particular in South Africa, the healthcare system is very expensive in such a way that it only benefits the elite.
Yes.
And now, the majority, which is the poor of the poorest, does not benefit in the private healthcare system of South Africa.
Yes, sir.
Now, you'll find out the budget that is being spent on the private healthcare system is more bigger than the budget that is being spent on the public healthcare. Now, what is actually happening? You will have your doctors that are doing their own private practice, which on consultation, the minimum that they charge is 1,000 rand, of which the people that are not are unemployed are unable to benefit in that private healthcare system. And also in terms of drugs, if you look at public sector, the public sector, it offers drugs up to Schedule 5. That you only get in the private sector, of which you need to be that group of the elite in order for you to benefit through what we call a medical aid, which is
Mr. Pampila. Mr. Pampila, thank you very much for your views. They are well articulated. I appreciate them. I respect them. But then, is there something that you want to propose with regards to recommendation? What is it that you think it should be done in the South African context in order to actually close that gap a little bit going forward?
The implementation of the NHI, it's a big dream which need to be implemented, and it seeks to eradicate what we call the division or the inequality in terms of benefiting in the healthcare system of South Africa.
So we'll say in one sentence that in South Africa there's a hope for one system instead of two parallel systems.
Yes, we remain a victim.
Thank you so much. You know, as you I actually posed the question to those ladies from Netherlands. The question that I asked to them was actually related to what you've already articulated. I said, in the context of Netherlands, if it happens that I'm a citizen, fully citizen in Netherlands, and I cannot afford any of the insurances they talked about, is it a high risk or low risk, and yet I do need to access the healthcare system of Netherlands. What is it that I can do? Is there a way in Netherlands that the government can actually see it fit to provide me with services? I asked this question to these two ladies. I'm still hoping I will actually reflect to me and give an answer that it is there.
Jessica?
Well, if you live in the Netherlands, everyone has the same right. So you will, just like we are living in the Netherlands, you can access the healthcare system and get an insurance.
Yes, are you proposing to us that everybody in Netherlands is in a position to actually afford those two insurances?
Well, when you can't afford the insurance, you get money from the government to pay for it.
But still, it not actually answer me. I'm asking if every citizen in Netherlands is covered by those insurances, yes or not?
Yes, everyone is covered.
Thank you very much. So, guys, as we were actually doing the project, I want all of us, I humbly before you, all of you, I want all of us to actually reflect into the entire project and make at least one recommendation which you think, if it could be successfully implemented, it can actually be a solution into the problem of stigmatization and the discrimination of people who are living with HIV in the global context. Please, just one recommendation.
Yeah, that's fine, but can we just do the research skills before and then go on to that one? So we just finish the presentation and then we all can one recommendation.
Now, I'm a bit lost if you talk about the research skills. I thought that you said when you were saying today's task that we're going to do conclusion, then from conclusion we go to references. What do you mean by research skills?
Research skills, just how we search for information. That was what's meant with research skills.
The information that we have in South Africa, like the gentleman has already acknowledged the sources. We research the information through online articles, through some books, through the database of the healthcare system. That's how we went through the question that we have presented to you guys.
Yeah, we also did that. So I think that's just everything we need to know about the research skills. So just let's go on to this one, and then I'll make a recommendation. Is that okay?
It's okay.
Okay, so who wants to start?
Sorry, ik heb het even gemist.
Oh, we moeten allemaal even vertellen wat we graag willen veranderen aan de gezondheid.
I can't hear you, Miret.
Door wat we geleerd hebben uit het project.
Oh.
Miret.
I can't hear you, Miret.
No, I was explaining something to Jiska, but who wants to start with the recommendation?
I already gave you guys my recommendations, unless you want me to repeat them.
No, it's okay. Who wants to follow? So I would like to make a recommendation.
In both, Fago?
Yes, sir.
Are we doing a recommendation which will touch in both healthcare systems, which is one of from Dutch and the one from South Africa?
No,
Yes,
it must be a global one, global recommendation.
Oh, thank you, Dash.
Go, Mr. Pampila.
I think with inequality.
Yes, sir.
SD.
Yes, bro.
Oh, to be a total leadership.
Aye.
Yes. The huge inequality in the
Systems that were looking at
organization. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, I will do.
Yes. Which I think well-dead organization space in terms of regulating the healthcare system across the world, where we'll be able. No, I don't know the noise, guys. Where is coming from? It's irritating now.
I can't hear you.
Guys.
Yeah, what's that noise?
Hello, guys.
Pago?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Varad.
I hear you so well, Mr. Pampila, but I cannot hear others. Miret, can you hear me? Guys.
Pago?
Guys.
Yes.
Pago?
Yeah.
Mr. Pampila, can you listen? Mr. Pampila,
Yes, Latif.
can you please listen, sir?
I'm listening.
Guys, can you all hear me?
Yes, Mr. Kozumbe.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Here is the question. Here is the question I want to address to you, so that we ask.
Pago?
So, Mr. Pampira, could you please tell us your recommendation?
Thank you, thank you. My recommendation is looking at the huge inequality in the healthcare service delivery across the world. My recommendation would be World Health Organization need to find a space and take over the healthcare system across the world and regulate it and make sure that it implements what we call NHI, which will now the healthcare system must be one, and everyone, irrespective of social status, must be able to benefit equally so in the healthcare system, in the healthcare service delivery. There must not be any social stratification that seeks to benefit others in detriment of the poor, of the poorest.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Pampila. I just got a message. We have a notification. We only have 10 minutes left. So is it okay for everyone that Mr. S just can I do a recommendation and then we're done?
Yes,
Yes?
I think that's okay. Yes.
Okay. So should I do my recommendation?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think we really need to lose the stigma around HIV in the Netherlands and also in South Africa. I think we need to give everyone more information about HIV and just lose the stigma so everyone is getting accepted. So that's my recommendation.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to add more on your recommendation, Miret. Yeah, I think with stigma and discrimination, I think people like the community need to be educated about HIV, because it is very sad that people, when they are in their places, in their communities, they get discriminated because everyone knows that they are HIV positive.
Yes.
So it's quite challenging, especially when it comes to the treatment part. Yeah, in most cases, you'll find out that lot of people, they have like poor adherence because they are being discriminated. They know that people in the community know that they are HIV positive. So the community needs to be educated about HIV. We need to educate people.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Jiska, do you want to add something?
Well, my recommendation was kind of the same. Should be more information about HIV, so the stigma will maybe be less worse than it is at the moment.
Okay, thank you. So I stopped the presentation. Is there anyone who wants to add something, include something?
The disclosure.
Yeah,
Hello?
Yes.
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 Yes. Disclosure is very important. Clients who have been diagnosed to be HIV positive should be encouraged to disclose their status so that they'll be able to get support from the community and from the family. So that also they can be able to adhere. It also enhances the adherence, which is very important to treatment. disclosure. So disclosure is very important. Those who have been found HIV positive must be encouraged to disclose.
Yes. To add more, Mr. Pampila. I think the other thing, the ongoing counseling, it's very important. People need to be counseled.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yes.
That will actually assist in adherence.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. So I think that was everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I will submit everything on YouTube, our meetings, and I will send you the websites. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So this was the last meeting, and I think we lost Mr. Godlimpy, so I don't know if he will come back, but we only have 5 minutes left on Zoom. So I think we just have to end the meeting, and then we're done.
This is the last meeting.
Yes, there was the last meeting.
Hmm?
Oh. Yes, it was.
Can we have the last? Can you schedule for the last one? Can't we schedule for the last one?
So you want to propose something?
Huh?
It's a proposal.
Hey.
Jessica, snap jij het?
Nee, jij?
Miret, it's a proposal.
What's the proposal?
Can't we
You want to reschedule the meeting?
attend the item of goodbyes, ne? Attend that particular item of goodbyes to the next session, ne?
Another
So
session?
that we can say our goodbyes properly. So when we are all together here, I believe that's an important item, which also Mr. Kozimbi should be part of, so that when we are saying our goodbyes, we say our goodbyes properly. So,
Jessica, zeg
Ja.
je er wat van?
Wat moet ik ervan zeggen?
Ja, weet ik veel wat jij wil.
Wat wil jij?
Ja, wat denk je zelf?
Ja, nou liever niet.
Nou, maak er wel
can you
een
respond?
Nou, ja, moeilijk. Moet je te helpen dan?
Nee.
Can you respond, guys, on the proposal?
When we want to do the next meeting. So just only for saying goodbye, I think we don't
Yeah.
have a meeting.
Maybe we'll discuss it on the group.
On the
that's
group, let
okay.
us discuss
That's
the
okay.
date and time.
So we just discuss it on the group, and that's okay. Yeah?
Yes.
No.
Yeah?
Yes.
You
Yes,
guys agree? Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.